Good morning, welcome back to the channel. Craster again. Who can stay away from this beautiful village? We've got some decent tides today. I'm out with a friend Brian, who'll give you a wave.
Hello.
Can you see him? We are fishing for cod and it's daylight, so it's always tough. There's no real sea to speak of, but look at this day, it's beautiful. So we're going to plug away and see what is about. It's low-ish water at the minute, the tide's coming in, it's on the flood. Like I say, it's a half decent tide. I have been out a couple of times this week, got a couple of fish, but I wasn't recording, I just wanted a session without all the faffing around with the camera. So I have done all right this week. The last video you seen was with my friend Douglas, who had an absolutely belting time down here. He's itching to come back, so obviously he's welcome. So we'll talk you through the rigs and all that when, well, actually I'll show you it now. It's a Paternoster rig, got a spare one here. I'll get my friend Darren to make them, because I don't really like making them. I'd rather spend a couple of quid and buy one. Right, so he's got like these magic rigs with these special things. It's a Paternoster basically. It's got a spring loaded on there, so it can clip down to the weight when it goes out. I don't know, do you want to get all technical? I'll see if he'll write in the description below. I'll get me mate Daz to write in the description below all the stuff that he used. Whoa, I'm nearly in the water already. He'll be able to point you in the right direction. I'm not a big fan of tying rigs. I like the simple ones, you know that. 3-way swivel, line to the weight, line to the hook, and that's me done. But I do like the concept of a pulley pennel. I just don't like the fact that there can be 3 foot of movement before the fish engages. So Daz said, I'll make you these traces. So thanks Daz, good lad, good mate of mine. So we are here in Bonnie Craster, hoping for some cod. I did look at Dunstanburgh Castle for the day, but that's a canny shank. And I thought, whoa, I'm going to waste 2 hours there. Like, it's half an hour walk. By the time you get set up, it's 45 minutes. Whereas here, it's just park up there and walk down. Saved a load of time, so why not? We're just going to have a bash here and fish the flooding tide. So thanks for joining us again, and we'll catch up when I get some movement on that rod. Cheers. All right. Well, a little bit of movement on this immediately. Probably a coley bite. Certainly represented a coley bite, like a proper rattle. Give it a feel. Well, that's good that I'm in the fish area. There's coleys, there'll be other fish. We'll let it stand up. The rod I'm using is a Limitless AS4500XT, which is 14'10". I've really come to like this rod. It was bigger, and obviously a lot bigger than I've used before. And I thought, whoa, it's not my cup of tea. But I tell you what, I used a couple of different rods last week, and I've come back to this today. I've just cast it out and I thought, oh yeah, that's better. So I really have getting used to it, and I'm pleased with the way it's going. Unfortunately, it's got to go back, because it's just on loan from Limitless. If you've been watching my previous videos, you'll know that they were kind enough to send me it and say, have a go at that, see what you think. So obviously I'll give them a shout out on the channel. I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get anything free off them. I don't get anything off any companies. I just had the pleasure of using it. A new beast. Have a look online. I'll put the link below. It's a cracking rod, and it's paired up with a Shimano Ultegra 14,000 XSC, which is my little darling. I've got 80-pound braid straight through. I don't mess with shop leaders. It's 4-strand. It's rough for the rocks. It's ideal. If I ever lose anything, it's always hook or the sinker. Braid never snaps. As you can imagine, it's like towing rope. I hope you enjoyed the new intro. I've done that on the computer. You know, I'm not a computer whiz kid. Sometimes I wish I was one of them kids at school that had flashy Clark shoes and got picked last in PE, especially when you're doing stuff like that, because I was I was struggling, like, but I've managed it, and I hope you like it. And a new badge as well. I'm really chuffed with that. I love it. As long as I love it, that's the main thing, isn't it? Now I hope you do like it. It's I just wanted to freshen up the appearance of the channel. My mates have been saying, oh I know, but we like the other badge, I want this one here, but I was like, well, anyway, gotta move with the times. And the new one looks a lot sleeker, smarter, I think, anyway. So that's the new badge. But I'm gonna have to check this rod because it is nodding away. I don't know if there's crab on it. There was a bite before. We'll have a look. That was a crab. I felt the weight and then I felt it drop. I've been chatting away and I haven't got a second bait ready. Criminal. Somebody commented saying my reel needed oiling. That's not the reel that you can hear, it's the 4-strand braid, because it's so robust and rough. You can hear it sort of getting wound through the eyes. It's not the reel, trust us. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck this one back out because it's not too bad, and then I'll get another one fueled up. Right, okay, I'll show you how I bait up my traces. Should do more of this, I know. Let's have a look. Right, okay, so I've got a pennel, which is a circle hook at the top, and a 6/0 J hook at the bottom. Just clear my table. Right, these are pre-made baits that I make myself, which are squid and carp. I wrap them up individually, so basically they are ready baits. Just stick them onto this prong so I can keep it straight. There we go, it doesn't matter, you can put it on 1 or 2 prongs, you can use a baiting spoon, whatever you fancy. This hook, the bottom hook, just nicks in the bottom and comes out, so the line lays nice and flush across the top of the bait and the hook is proud. Keep that against there, keep the line flat, get some elastic, obviously because I'm filming I'll not be able to find the end. Oh, there we go. Right, and then just start binding that on. Keeps the bait nice and tight, flush with the line. It's still slightly frozen, this bait, which is the way I like it. So it defrosts in the water, gives off that scent. Put my finger on it and go back the other way, like a bit of a stopper. And when I get to the bottom, I just go around the bottom of that hook. Maybe a dozen and a half times. There we go. So that is on there ready. Slide it off, like that, so the bait is lovely and straight. Now this pennel hook just slides down and engages in the top of the bait and comes out there like that. There you go, there you have it. One hook one way, one the other, ready for a nice chunky cod to swallow the lot. Right, bait number 2 going out. Like I showed you, just baited that one up. Let it swing in. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. Not a big chuck. I try not to go to places where I need a big chuck, especially off the rocks. There's so many options where you don't need a big chuck. I don't like the idea of bringing all your gear across loads of lumps, boulders, snags, weed. Just not my game. Like, I was just saying to a fellow YouTuber the other day, he had a great video on his channel, fishing amongst the kelp and all that. Nice deep kelp beds. not for me. Like I said, I'm more than happy to watch him do it. It's not my type of fishing. I just haven't got the energy, man. Well, my rod's been moving non-stop, but certainly represents a crab or a lobster. We'll have a look. I felt the weight drop off again. Not my weight, but the weight of the crab. I've got a feeling this bait will be battered. It will be battered. It's been chowed. It's definitely been a crab bopping away on that for the last 25 minutes. But, part and parcel, as they say it. We are moved further along. Because it's such a big tide, there's some big breakers coming over the top across there, which are flooding our feet, and we just, I don't know, it's a big enough tide to be up here, and that's it, settled now for the rest of the tide. Once this floods, it will be chock-a-block with fish, promise. And we'll just see how it goes. But we're better off up here, we don't have to move. We're here now, we're settled. And get some baiting up done and stuff like that. It's the middle of November and I'm absolutely sweating. It must be 15, 16, maybe even 17 degrees. Unbelievable. Modern winter for you. We'll keep you posted. This has been crab bobbing away for 20 minutes. We need a deep frost to get rid of these crabs. Like, they are plaguing me this last week. That's it, tough. Anyway, there was a competition a few videos ago, or a couple of videos ago. Me and my son were down Blythe Harbour fishing, and they said we'd give away that rod and reel. Picked somebody at random, and my son Corey picked someone at random, and there's your name on the screen. Well done. Give me a message on my email address and we'll sort that out, whether I need to post it to you or you can collect it, whatever you want, wherever you live. I don't know, don't recognise the name, and obviously it doesn't say where you're from, so well done. Thanks very much for your engagement on that video. My son was over the moon with all the nice comments, so thanks very much. I want to fish. It's too much to ask, is it? Oh, and don't forget you can win the Christmas big prize. I've got a goodie box which I bought from Limitless, and they kindly topped it up for me, giving me more than my money's worth. So if you want to win that big box of terminal tackle, all you have to be is a subscriber and just write something in the comments. No special words now. The special word Limitless was in the last one, but for this one, just all you need to do is be a subscriber and comment something. Nothing special. It's going to be picked at random. Anyone who's commented over the last, well, over the videos from the one where I announced it to a week before Christmas. So I don't even know how many subscribers I'm on now. It's not something I pay that much detail to, but I appreciate every one of them. It's all good. I think it's about 2,400 or something, 2,300, something like that. All good. The next bait that is going out is, let me show you. Oh, I'm up and down this little hill here. Peeler crab. I've only got about 3 or 4 left, so I thought, oh, I'll just use them. Got to use them sometime. Kind of keep saving them up, can I? Oh, right. Right in the middle, kerplunk. Central station. I can't get my feet in right today. Tripping and sliding. That's it. Oh, it's a lovely day, man, look at that. Cracking, eh? Cracking. It's really warm, I can't believe how warm it is. I put a coat in me, my top coat's in my box, and I've got my hoodie. I've took my hoodie off because it's so warm. These will be obsolete shortly when I get the new ones printed with a new badge. I'm looking forward to getting that one printed. It'll look really good. I think the hoodies are going to be black because the emblem's sort of goldy colour. Emblem or logo or whatever you want to call it. I hope that's a fish knocking this time because I'm bloody sick of the crabs beating away. Tide's pushing nicely. Half of the car's covered, half of it remains. So down on the lower end of the rocks, once the car's covered, there's nothing to stop the rollers coming in. And it was just the odd freak one. You know, you can see it sort of, there must be a bit of a roll out at sea. And you're just getting the odd one bashing up. Whereas here, you're right out the way, you know. You could fish in your shorts and sandals here if you wanted. I wouldn't recommend it in winter, like, but I'm sure you get my point. Right, let's have a look, because I'm getting plagued by crabs at the moment. Ah. Is it? Oh, it could be a fish. This could be a fish. Tell you what, it doesn't feel like a bad weight, but this rod makes light work of a lot of things, so I'm always precarious because I'm not used to catching decent fish on it just yet. But there we go, we'll have a fish. Oh, sorry I went out of shot there. Thought it was a nice weight about it. Good stuff. Oh, he's bleeding like hell. Table, unfortunately. But Brian was after a nice cod for his supper, so I'll have a big smile on his face. There we go. He's absolutely pouring of blood. Good hooked right down. Well in size. But it's a Tommy, and I'm off the blank. There we go. You can see he's right down. He's pouring of blood. Sorry, little man, but you will make a nice meal. Right, I'll get him sorted out and dispatch him and get him ready for Brian and his missus' supper. I had this one already baited up. You're probably thinking, well, why are you swapping from peeler crab? That's what you caught the fish on. Yes, I knew, but I had this one made up. So there we go. Nice chunky bait. Squid and cod. Well, this one chucked out. I'll spin you around so you can see where I'm chucking. Ready? Ready for this massive cast. My massive arms. My massive belly more like. Way high. Oh, straight Bobby bullseye again, lad. That'll do. Get this tightened up. Right, so we're off the mark anyway. That's good. Good news. It's daylight. It's really difficult to fish in daylight, as I'm sure a lot of cod fishermen will agree. Yes, you do get them, but they're not as. It's not as affluent as you would find at night time. I'm just looking at some massive waves crashing up to the south. It's weird about the sea because it's flat, but then there's some big rollers coming through. Aye. So let's hope there's a few more fish on this pushing tide. Obviously gives you confidence when you know they're there. It's just a case of getting a lower now. That felt all right when it was coming in, and I love that rod because of the lift. It's got so much torque. So when you lift, just as you finish lifting, it finishes your lift. You know, it's nice and it sort of recovers itself. And that's why I like fishing with this on the rocks. Love it. Another peeler bait going out. Let me show you. There we go. Juicy peeler going out. Same place. I'm not going to try and fix something that isn't broken. That's where I caught a fish before, so makes sense to go back into the same place. Maybe there's a little dip, a little contour, a little crevice. Or maybe I was just lucky. We'll hedge our bets though. Hi, it's getting a bit cooler now. That sun's just dipped behind a cloud across the back. Still a wonderful day. It's beautiful. Great to be out with Brian. I've never fished with Brian before. And we just got chatting. And we said, we'll go fishing. So, I just want to try and get him a fish now. Are you going to catch a fish or what, Brian?
Trying.
He's trying. Because look at your bait, show me a bait. What you got on?
One of your bombs with a bit razor.
Aye, I make the squid and carp bombs, and he's put a bit of razor on there. So
see what happens.
Aye. Come on, Brian. Let's have an equaliser off you. I wasn't really expecting loads today. Daylight fishing, as I've always said, it's really tough unless you're in them deep kelp beds. But there are fish come out, and there's plenty of people catch them in daylight, so why not us, eh? We've got one, but hoping for a bit more. We've got an hour left of the flood. Next week, like I say, the sea's going to be better. The tides will be that little bit bigger, and the hope will be even bigger. There'll be plenty of fish shown on social media next week, no doubt. Just going to move the bait to see if there is any weight on there. There's a little bit of weight, like. It might be a fish. I think it is a fish, aye. It's not big, like, but it's a fish. It's definitely a fish. Feel it nodding. It's probably a rockling or something. Maybe it's a tiny codling. Oh, I tell you what, it's not bad codling. Oh. Surprised. Didn't represent a cod bite at all. Let's get this rod sorted, 2 seconds. A nice fresh run codling. Actually, he's a little bit dark. Oh, I tell you what, he's got big teeth for a little fish. There you go. Hi. little one, he'll go back. Right, well I think this session is coming to a close. Done 3.5 hours fishing. Tide's at the top now. We'll reel this in and see what we haven't got. Oh, plug again. Whoa, this is proper done and dusted, this one. Be very surprised if I get this out. So well, thanks very much for watching this one. Much appreciated. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee. There's a QR code there on the screen and you can look in the comments, in the description of the video. Thanks to everyone that supported the channel so far. Much appreciated indeed. All goes towards bait and travel, etc. Thanks very much for that. And hopefully I'll get out maybe tonight, tomorrow. I don't know. I'll see what the sea's like, see who's out, see what's happening. I might record tonight if I go out, or I might just think, oh, you know what, I'll just have a quiet session. Who knows, but you know what, I'll probably have a video out next week again. So keep an eye on the channel. Thanks for the support. Take care, all the best.